Hello everybody, welcome to the Bunny Trail. I'm Carly, your host, and today is Vlogmas slash Domus Day 7, which means what? Is it 17? No, 17. 18 more days till Christmas, I think, if I did my math right. But remember, I'm a preschool teacher. So today I have on a shirt that says, I know the writing's backwards for y'all, but it says Make It Merry. Has a little camper on it with the buffalo plaid. It has gold Christmas lights on it. I have on some more jingle bells. I love the jingle bells. And my Christmas tree, that also headband, but it has little red jingle bells on it as well. I have little bitty teddy bear or polar bear earrings that are acrylic, and they have the buffalo plaid scarf going around their little necks. So we had an exciting morning. Aurora and I got dressed and we went to see Santa. She got to see Santa, which I will drop pictures and videos in right here. Did you tell him thank you?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. She got to tell Santa what she wanted for Christmas. And then after that, while we were waiting for our pictures to print out, we went over and looked at in the toy section, and we looked at, well, I say American Girl doll. They're the Walmart brand. You know, the replicas of American Girl dolls. And much cheaper, much affordable. We've looked at those and all the accessories that go with them, and the little house, what were they called? The different sets, like the laundry set, the kitchen set, the living room set. I wish I could afford to get all that for her. Oh my gosh, she would have so much fun. And on the way home, she told me that, on the way up there, I said, well, when you see Santa, because this is the first year, I mean, we've seen Santa. He comes around, like tonight, he will be coming around on the fire truck. I'll do a short and show y'all. Our fire department, Santa comes around on the fire truck all through December, so they cover all the streets in our city. And the kids get to see him come down our street, and they drive real slow on the fire truck, and the lights are going, and they'll do their sirens, you know. So last year, the kids actually, it's a ways, we have a long drive, so I could hear the sirens, and I kept hearing them and kept hearing them and kept hearing them. And so I went outside, and I was like, what is going on? And opened the door, and I could hear the fire, see the lights coming from around the corner. I'm like, get in here! Santa's coming! And so the kids made it to the front porch, but we didn't have a chance to make it to the end of our street. This year, though, I don't know if Mason will do it or not, but Aurora and I are going to wait in the truck at the end of the driveway with our cocoa and probably not snacks, just cocoa. Because it is cold here and it is raining here, and you don't know what time he's going to come. So I do know, I think they start heading a certain way. I think it gives you a roundabout time around 6 or 7 in the evening. I can't remember exactly. I think it was 6, but it's already dark here by that time. So, and we are going to wait. And when we see Santa coming, whether it's raining or not, she's got her umbrella, and we are going to get out at the end of our driveway just so we can give Santa a big wave and tell him Merry Christmas, and I can get a good video for y'all. But she told Santa what she wanted today. On the way up there, I asked her, I was like, well, she's never got to go and see Santa sit in his lap or anything like that. So I was like, what are you going to tell Santa that you want? She goes, I haven't decided yet. I'm like, well, you better decide, because we're going up there now. And when you get up there, Santa's going to ask you, what do you want for Christmas? And she says, well, I said, didn't you tell me you wanted a tent for your room? And she's like, oh no, I want you to get that. I'm like, okay, well, what else? Well, she wants the Sugar Plum Fairy American Girl doll. Hey, quit that, you two. Y'all get to playing too rough and somebody always gets hurt. Yeah. Sorry, Princess and Bobo. So, I guess I'm gonna have to look on Amazon for that because I didn't know that there was a Sugar Plum Fairy American Girl doll. She said there's also a Nutcracker American Girl doll. I didn't know that. So, I'll have to do some looking. Now, her dance recital is December 17th. And so the parents we always bring flowers or, at the dance recital. Well, okay, so I have a thing about cut flowers. I don't like cut flowers. They die, And I've always told Brian, if you're going to get me flowers, get me a plant, something with roots that I can plant and that I can have all the time, not something cut. I don't want anything cut. Well, so with Aurora, we don't get flowers, but we'll get balloons. And last year, her sister got her the replica of American Girl doll. It was a blonde ballerina with blue eyes, just like her. And I think the year before, I got her a Hatchimal, so I don't know. In the video, I show the dolls there that are replicas of the American Girl dolls at Walmart. And they're still $32. That's still expensive. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to, if I thought about maybe getting her, I don't know. I just don't know. We maybe get her just something little this year instead of something big. I know it's going to be a little sad for her this year because on this same day as her dance recital is Mason's first year music concert. And so he will be playing the clarinet. It's on the exact same day in the evening time. There's no getting around it. Brian and I are going to have to divide and conquer. So I think he's going to go to Mason's band concert, record it. I'm going to ask his daddy to go to that as well because I think my mom and me will go to the ballet. Now, maybe Matt and Kendra can separate too. Matt go to the band concert with... Matt is the older brother, the older sibling. So maybe he can go to watch Mason play and then take one of the grandbabies, and then maybe Kendra can come and watch Aurora with one of the grandbabies. So that's probably how that's going to play out. The elder siblings won't get to make it, and they've always been there. Bailey's already missed several. He's the one in Alaska. And then Natalie and Kagan live 3.5 hours away. So this will be their first year to not get to come. So sad. So I know she's going to be a little sad about that. I'm going to try not to bring it up. If I don't bring it up, maybe she won't remember. I know she's going to remember eventually, but she'll be full of excitement before. It'll be afterwards that she'll say, I wish the other siblings could be there. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. Look at this adorable wood bead bracelet. I love it. It has, like, I guess you would say snowflake right there. And then on this one is, I'm guessing it's blurry, but let's see. No, it's not going to show. Okay, so anyway, but it's really cute. And then I got this one as well. Isn't it pretty? It almost looks like the one if you watch Sandra Frozen in Time Reborns. Is it Noku? I saw a commercial for the bracelet you were talking about, Sandra. An advertisement for it the other day. And yeah, they make beautiful bracelets. I'd never heard of them until you, and then all of a sudden they're advertising. you know, it's the government. They're spying on us. Oh, but anyway, okay, so this bracelet is called Wellness. And if you watch my channel, you know that I struggle with fibromyalgia. I'm kind of on the uphill now, not hurting as bad, not my flare-ups in my joints is not hurting as bad. I do have a sore throat, and I don't know, you know, I have sore throats all the time. Not scratchy sore throats, but I mean like actually sore. And one day it'll be like, my tonsils should have been removed as a child anyway because they're so big. But one day my tonsils will be so swollen that they almost are like touching. And then the very next day, there's nothing. So I don't know. I don't know if a sore throat is symptoms of fibromyalgia, but it's all the time. Bobo, stop. So, did I say we're getting rain here today? I like cold, rainy days. I'm just a fall. So this is our fall season right now. Our winters very seldom are very harsh. I mean, we don't hardly ever get snow. What was it, 2 or 3 years ago? We had the biggest snow we had had in many, many years. I mean, I think it was like record breaking for us for the snow. I mean, we actually got to make a snowman taller than us, you know, and not some where you had to go round up snow off the top of the vehicles to make a snowman this big. You know, we actually had snow that you sunk in past your ankles when you walked. And in my lifetime, I'm wanting to say one time it wasn't that much snow, but one other time when I was a child and lived at home, we had snow, you know, a lot of snow, but not like this. And I've not seen snow like that. And it was, God really blessed us. It was during the COVID season, and it was almost like a purifying. That's what the atmosphere felt like. I know some people don't believe you can feel the atmosphere, but that's what it felt like to me. It was almost like a cleansing of, you know, just cleaning everything. Everything was just so white and pure, and it was a lot of fun. We played in the snow, and I have come to realize I can handle a week. And you know what? The snowmen were still around for like 2 weeks. The big people made great big snowmen, and you know, in communities where every yard had a snowman. That was awesome to see here. There was this one house. I don't know how many people lived in that household, but they had 10 snowmen, you know, different sizes lined up in front of their house. It was amazing. It was so cute to see different scarves. Some had glasses, some had hats. It was really cute. We made 2, and my oldest daughter put boobies on the snowman, and it was at my mom's house, and she of course came out. She's like, "Why did y'all do that? Take them off." So my daughter had to remove the boobies. I wouldn't have wanted a snowman with boobies in my yard either, though, unless they're covered. We got to cover our stuff. Or we'll get visitors from the men's snowman with pickles. Anyway, so that was in Aurora. Guys, I'm not playing, every night from summer until we got that snow. Every night. Now, we don't normally get snow till January. Sometimes early February. We're still getting snow. We've even had snow on Easter, you know. But it's like flurries. It may cover the ground just a tiny bit. You know, you can still see the grass poking up through it, but that's it. You know, I know that we hid Easter eggs on top of the snow, and that was really neat to do. But that was years and years ago as well. But Aurora prayed every night. She would say, "God, please send snow. God, please send snow." Every night she would pray for snow, and then we had that big, big snow that came, and it was just, you know, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. We played in it, and got to experience, what places that get that much snow get to do, And it's funny because my son, who is now in Alaska, they've been having snow for a long time now. And he hates it. He hates it. And he's the kid that in high school, he's skinny string bean. Okay, hang on. He's a skinny string bean. And he's one of those kids that wore his hoodie year round. It's 103, and then going up to 115 and like August, and he's still walking around town because he was cross country, and he's still wearing a shirt and a hoodie on top of his shirt. So he never liked wintertime. He always was the summer one. And I am the opposite. I like my fall, my winter. If I have to accept spring, I'm not kidding, I start to have severe anxiety about summertime. It gets so hot here, so miserable hot, that I start having really, tightness. Isn't that funny, over a season? And I guess, I don't know why I worry so much. Because it can be the same as winter. People can always think, okay, so in the summertime, what happens if the world loses electricity? How are we going to stay cool? Us poor people, how are we going to stay cool? That's what I'm worried about. Us big people got to stay cool. We got lots of skin that needs some cooling, needs some air. But, in the wintertime, that same thing can happen. And matter of fact, that year that we got all that snow, we had blackouts, because our area is so not prepared for snow like that. So there were, we were very, very fortunate. Our house, we lost electricity for 4 hours and only once. And yeah, it did get so cold you could see your breath, in the house. But we just stayed in the bed. We had our warm flannel PJs on, had our blankets on us. And it was, 4 hours. And it happened like in the middle of the night while we were sleeping. So then when we were waking up, the heat was just coming back on. But there were some people in my area that were out for 2 days that were actually going and renting hotel rooms, because the hotels in our area still had electricity. So some people were going and renting hotel rooms, and you have to think about the livestock. We're a country town. We've got the livestocks. People were trying to figure out how to get water to their livestock because their tanks, or in troughs, had frozen up. And I know one of the littles that I keep, to get, because their troughs had frozen up and they didn't have water. They still have to drink, they still need water. And so they were taking the snow and having to melt it and pour, on top of the frozen trough that they had, the water in the frozen trough, so the animals could get the liquid that they needed. And it was like an all-day thing for them. They were having to constantly melt the snow, melt the snow and take it. But they made it, but I just fear summertime. And I think, we've got the pool, so the pool has made the last several years a little bit better. I get out there and I know, y'all don't have to tell me, I tan. I get on my floaty and I tan. The sun on my joints, it feels so good. And yes, I know it's extremely, extremely hot. But in a way, it is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a heating blanket, a heating pad or whatever. But I know that my joints feel so much better in the summertime when I'm able to do that, that I've actually even thought about going to the salon tanning bed and doing the tanning bed. And I know my dad did that because he had 2 ruptured discs in his back, and he had the full, I don't know, he had the where he was cut from the back of his neck all the way down to the bottom of his tailbone. That was before the laser surgery came out for people, back surgery. I have a friend who had back surgery, and 10 years ago, and of course my dad had it way back 20 years ago, 25 years ago maybe, and the surgery was not as intense because they could do it, the laser surgery is much easier on your body. So anyway, I was talking about summertime, the sun, my vitamin D also stays good during that time. Brian had his vitamin D checked. No, was it D? Yes, and his was very low because when we get in the pool, we've got umbrellas around the pool, and he goes to where the umbrellas are. He stays over there, and then I'm holding myself and staying in the sun the whole time. Anyway, okay, so this is already been 20 minutes long. I have a book that I would like to read, and it is Blippi's Get Ready for Christmas. Now, if you are somebody that has little kids, Blippy is kind of like, I was going to say Rachel, but Rachel and Blippy are about, the same age, or, around the same time. Rachel's more for toddlers. Blippy's for like a little bit the later 3-year-old, 4-year-old stages. But some of the Blippy stuff, my grandbabies who are 2 and 3, they'll watch, some of the Blippy stuff, especially when he does the dinosaurs. So this is Blippy, and we are all about Blippy. And here's Blippy, and he says, okay, so let me just so I don't get flagged or copyrighted, or whatever. This book was wrote and drawn by Dreamtivities. So there you go. I'm not taking credit for the words in this book or the pictures. I'm just reading it. I'm so excited. It's Christmas, says Blippy. I wonder if those are his neighbors. They're putting up their Christmas lights. This is a good book for the ages that I keep because there's not many words. It's time to get a Christmas tree. Who out there has real trees? When I was a child, we had real trees. I'll tell you that story later. A Christmas tree is so much fun to decorate. Aurora and Mason had lots of fun decorating the tree. Until I told y'all about the lights not working on the top and the bottom when we replaced them. And now the middle lights have quit working. If it snows, you can build a snowman and dress it for the holiday. You can make snow angels too. It's like dancing in the snow. I think when we did our snowman here, we had to use a cucumber for the snowman's nose. We didn't have fresh carrots. Everything about Christmas time fills me with joy, and it does me too, Blippy. I love even people seem to be merrier at Christmas. So I really enjoy the Christmas season. Cards and presents are a great way to share some holiday joy. He has got a lot of cards that he is mailing out today. And he is on his way to the post office. And look, there's a mail lady. I wonder if he's going to put the mail in this blue mailbox or if he's taking it inside the post office. We'll see. It may not tell us though. No. So is singing Christmas carols. Fa la 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 la. Oh, look, even the doggy is singing. Maybe he's... The whole town is excited about Christmas. Look, there's somebody peeking from behind the Christmas tree. I wonder where Blippi is. Can you see? Oh, there's Blippi. And it kind of looks like he's talking to the person behind the Christmas tree. Christmas is the sweetest time of the year. Look, Blippi is making Christmas cookies. I hope Aurora and I get to make some more. We've already made some. Maybe tonight we can make some. Christmas Eve is so peaceful and so quiet. What is Blippi pointing at? Oh, the star in the sky. Look how big and beautiful it is over the town. Everything is ready for Santa. Merry Christmas to all. Oh, I like his fireplace. See the stockings? Oh, Santa has already been. See the candy and the dog bone inside the stockings? Oh, the puppy's sleeping too. And look, where'd the cookies go? And the milk. Boy, Santa was messy. He left crumbs and spilt milk. But he's leaving. Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good night. And then this is just the last page. It shows a snowman. Maybe the little squirrels are singing carols right there. And I can see Santa flying in the background with his magical reindeer. The end. I got this book. Okay, so something y'all are going to learn from me is that I am a Dollar Tree-aholic. I love the Dollar Tree, and I shop there a lot. They have great books for children there. And even adults. They've got a lot of the color, you know, the color art books. Did any of y'all ever watch Arthur growing up? They've got the book collection of Arthur. I even found a Peanut collection with Charlie Brown in it, which I love, love, love. You guys, I'm a Peanut fan big time. My daughter actually found a cup. You know, she lives 3.5 hours away. But it was Charlie Brown. It was one of these big cups that, you know, like I drink out of. And it was Charlie Brown. I was so excited. Maybe I'll get it for Christmas. But it was extremely expensive. I mean, you guys, I think this one that I have was like $15. I hate spending that on a cup. I hate it so much. Oh, and I got to show y'all. Okay, so I showed y'all the other day my Grinch shoes, right? So today I wore, dun, dun, dun. Aren't those cute? I love them. I love them very much. So I'm not a shoe, I know, I'm going to say this and you're going to be like, yeah, right, Carla. I am not a shoe person. But I mean, come on, guys. Brian's more of a shoe person than I am. When we take the kids shoe shopping, there's no we to it. Brian takes them in to shop for shoes. I tell him what Aurora needs. She needs some tennis shoes, maybe some sandals. I sit in the car. I do not like the shoe stores, and it's because of my shoe size. I have a hard time finding shoes that are comfortable and that I like. I can look at other people and I'm like, ooh, I like their shoes. And then guess what? They don't make it in my shoe size. You know, or if they do, it hurts. It doesn't, you know, so I've got a wide foot. Anyway, I saw these. They had them in my size. And yes, they're from Temu. The same as the Grinch shoes. They come from Temu. But these I can even wear after Christmas into February for Valentine's Day. I'm really excited about that. Okay, but let's not push through Christmas, because to me Christmas gets pushed way too fast. And I'm always sad when Christmas is over. I just feel like the spirit and stuff is taken away. And so I don't want to. That's why I put my tree up early this year, because I wanted more time with my tree. What, baby? Pick around here and tell everybody hi.
Hi.
My little elf girl. You'll see pictures or a video of Aurora. She dressed as Santa's elf today and was hoping Santa would think she was an elf and take her
To the North Pole. But
Yeah.
Nope.
He knew all along, didn't he?
Yep.
That Santa's smart. He said, that's Aurora. That's not one of my elves. Maybe we should have put sparkles on your cheeks. So tonight we're having a family movie night. I told Mason and Aurora, well, Mason's sick. He started running fever today. So if you believe in praying, ask for prayers for Mason. He has asthma, so it's some kind of congestion virus. Came on him Thursday evening. He started feeling bad, but he just now started running fever on Saturday. So we've had our flu shots. That doesn't mean you can't get the flu, because there's so many different variations of the flu. Flu A, flu B. That's what the shot was for, but it still don't mean you're not going to get it. They just hope you won't get it as bad. But I had a doctor tell me several years back they had flu all the way out to G. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So, I mean, who knows now? And that was like 2 or 3 years ago when she told me that. And there's only one shot, so. But we got shots because last year Mason got the flu 2 times. No. Okay, so he got flu B first. A month later, he got flu A. And then after that, he got flu B again. And in those 3 months, lost 40 pounds. And then after he got that, he got the strep throat. So it was a rough winter last year. So I'm hoping that by getting that flu shot this year, that it's going to help. And you know, he has asthma, so we're coughing, and I'm just hoping. His dad, when he left, he took the breathing machine with him. It's called a nebulizer. He took the nebulizer with him, and because both Brian and Mason's asthma are that severe. I don't know if y'all can hear the rain or not, but it's picked up. Anyway, I hope the chickens went in the coop.
Mom,
What?
now I have a favorite box.
A favorite box?
And I can fit in it.
That one in the living room?
Yeah.
It's just your size.
Yep.
I made Mason, well, all of us, a pot of chicken noodle soup. He did eat a lot. And you know what? He is so not like the rest of us in this family. I don't know about y'all, but we don't eat when we're sick. I don't eat when I'm sick. Brian don't eat when he's sick. None of my other kids ever ate when they were sick, you know, because you just didn't feel like eating. He's completely the opposite. The minute he starts getting sick, he eats. And while he's sick, through the whole thing, the kid eats like he's like starving. And I guess that's just his body's way of getting the vitamins it needs to fight off whatever he needs to fight off. But it's funny. Now, Brian's mother did say that when Brian was a kid, he was like that too. That she always knew when he was going to get sick, because his birthmark on his leg would get real dark, and he would start eating everything in the house, and he couldn't get enough, you know. So he's not like that now, though. But Mason is. None of my other kids were ever like that either. Anyway, so I made a great big pot of chicken noodle soup with rice. That's probably what we're going to be having the rest of the day. If they're hungry, that's what they get. Mason needs it because it's got carrots and, you know, the vitamins from the broth and everything. So he needs that. He said it was good. Anyway, so if you watch to the very end of this video, I will show some babies that have gotten changed for the holidays. Thank you all for taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble and ramble and ramble. You know what I've found, that the more I do the videos, the easier it is to talk to you. And I always have a hard time looking at the camera. I look off over here or I look off over here. When I'm thinking about something, I look up and over. You know, when I'm like trying to recite, or not recite, but remember, and I'm telling a story, I look off up and out. So it's hard for me to, and you know, I'm like that with people too. When I'm talking to people, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You know, where I'm from, if you don't look people in the eye when you're talking, sometimes that's a sign of disrespect. And I have a hard time with that. And it's not that I'm being it's not that I'm being disrespectful. It's that I'm trying, see, I just did it. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about, or remember the story, how it went. What about y'all? If you're having to think about something when you're telling a story to somebody or on camera, what do? What do your eyes do? I just think that's interesting. Anyway, okay, everybody, Merry Christmas, and I'll be seeing you again later. Bye. Here's Gemma, and Gemma has on her shirt that says, "Who needs Santa when I have Grandpa?" I think someone must have their grandpa wrapped around their finger. And she's holding one of my Christmas bears with a red shawl on. And then we have Joey. And Joey's wearing a onesie that says, "What Santa won't bring me, Grandma will." So Grandma must be wrapped around Joey's finger. And there you have it, both Gemma and Joey. Merry Christmas.